So he may never fully come. Mother brainwashed this kid into doing this, and now she's going to keep that brainwash going. So he may never fully come to terms with what happened, at least as long as his disgusting, wretched mother is still alive.
It's just really hard to watch that. I don't know why people are so intent on bringing our community down. Like, why do you care? Let us just be. Let us be happy. Let us be ourselves.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So that was just the beginning of a clip where Matt and Jazz, they're having a kind of like a reaction to each other, and there's like a little bit of a back and forth. And so why don't we go ahead and look at it, and I'll give you guys my thoughts as it's going. I might clip some of it. I'll keep the important parts in, I don't want to make the video too long. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. But you know what, before we do, guys, thank you everybody who's been watching and been commenting, liking, subscribing. I really appreciate you guys. If you can, please hit the like button for me. It really does help the algorithm push these videos. Also, if you have not subscribed yet and at the end you seem to like this episode, then please hit the subscribe button. There's so much more that we talk about on this channel. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get back into it.
We're not hurting anyone. We need to celebrate each other and our diversity, not bring each other down. Anytime you're wishing death on anyone, I think you need to take a step back. And
I don't believe that there was any time that Matt Walsh ever wished death on Jazz.
Look at yourself and your, whatever's going on with you. My mom is not the abuser. People like him are the ones abusing us by saying these awful negative things about our community.
Sadly, the truth always will sound like awful negative things.
We are under attack, and it is clear in this video that there are people out there who want to hurt us, who want to see us fail, who want to see us be miserable, and that's really f***ed up because we're not wishing that upon anyone. We just want people to open their eyes and see that we are beautiful, everyone is beautiful, and everyone deserves to be their authentic self. Our messages are about love, about positivity, and just to see someone like this saying such negative things, it's hurtful. It sucks. My whole life I've faced bullying.
So real quick, people who want to just say hurtful things were under attack. They're saying negative things. He said factual things, that you were born, a male. Why does the fact sound negative? Now, what you do, you're not defending yourself anyway by saying that. You're lobbing a bunch of accusations on him, saying that he's saying hurtful things. If you really believe in what you're doing, or if you are really ready to defend your identity, you would say, well, you might see it that way, that my mom abused me, but I don't see it that way. My life has been very fulfilled the way I've been living. And that's why I chose to, respond to this. That's how you would really kind of answer that.
I have faced people, attacking me and my identity. And I just wish people would let me be. Why do you... Oh, it's so frustrating.
You are absolutely right that your conversation with your mother that we saw there about your own deep emotional and psychological pains should not have been a public spectacle. And I didn't make you into a public figure. Your mom did that. She did it way before you could have possibly chosen any of this for yourself. She had you on 2020 and starring in Oprah Winfrey specials. When you were a young child, she had a camera in front of your face. She was parading you around as a mascot for transgenderism.
A mascot for transgenderism is absolutely what Jazz was and still is. The mother said that this child told her when he was 2 years old, Mommy, when is the gender fairy or something like that going to come, or the magical fairy going to come and change my genitalia? What 2-year-old says that? And you didn't call CBS News to say, I have a genius on my hands here? Genitalia is a word I don't even use, and I'm a whole nurse.
Listen, even if it was somehow true that you really are a female, you need to go through this necessary process of becoming your true self through the surgeries and everything else, which it isn't true at all. It just simply isn't. That still would not justify your mom's decision to turn you into a public figure.
Which is the same thing I said about Dwayne Wade with his son. The minute when this was happening, I don't understand why the camera has to be in the face of these children who you claim is going through some sort of transformation. Any transformation is hard already. And then with a camera in your face, it must be harder.
As a child, a symbol for a cause. I'm not out to hurt you. I see I see that you are hurt. You said it yourself. You don't feel like yourself. And you don't feel like yourself because you have been led since childhood down a path of self-rejection. You have been fed lies, one lie after another, and they are the worst kinds of lies. They are lies that deprive you of the recognition of your true self. This is the deepest form of abuse. I can't imagine what it does to a person to live with it every day since the earliest moments of childhood.
Every day since the earliest moments of childhood. He's so right. I mean, I can't imagine what that does to Jazz too. This was brought to him. At least if it was like, well, you know, my kid came to me at 12 and told me this situation. The mother put this on the child.
Nobody in your life will tell you the truth. Nobody in your life has ever told you the truth.
And that's a crime in itself. Your parents have to tell you the truth, even if it hurts your feelings. Lies were told to this child from the minute he could comprehend words.
They have never been honest with you about anything, ever. I don't stand to gain anything when I tell you this, but I'll tell you anyway. You are a man. It's who you are. There's nothing wrong with who you are, with who you actually are. Your maleness was never a problem that needed to be fixed. They introduced horrific confusion into your life, and then they profited off of that confusion. They exploited you. All of them did. The doctors, your parents, the activist groups, the media, the TV networks, they all swarmed around you like vultures, taking pieces of you. You deserve the truth. And I'm telling it to you, even if it hurts to hear. Still, you need to hear it at least once in your life.
Why did he have to take on a substitution body? A substitution expression. The mother says he would cry every time I would put boy clothes on him. You know, I don't think that's true.
I'm worried about like her mental well-being and her dilation. The minute she leaves my house, we have a dilation problem.
That is a concern. When you don't have that watchful eye, they tend to go back to old patterns.
I have woken Jazz out of a dead sleep and taken the dilator and put the lubrication on it and said, here, you take this and you put it in your vagina. If not, I will. I'd be so mad if she goes away to college and that thing seals up. I will wring her neck. Can you imagine? No, I can't imagine.
The producer, you know, it got real, was like, no, I can't imagine. Yeah, because this is a bit daggone much. They go, and you hear these mothers, these sick mothers, these women, these Munchausen moms, these criminals, they go back to their old patterns. Well, what patterns are those? What patterns are those? Not wanting to shove something inside of them for hours? I could never. Every day. We're not talking about for menstruation here. Every day. Vaginas don't close. If the wound closes. So this is an investment. I'm going to end off with this and I'm going to help Jazz out. Jazz, you have a lot going on. You have a lot to figure out. You do. What your mother did to you was not your fault. And you are still a good person. You have a good heart and you really believe in some of the things that you say, and you do want the best for people. You do. I can tell. But you know deep down, you don't feel right. You said it on an episode. You don't feel like yourself. You never feel like yourself. It is okay to say, I can't do this anymore. It's okay. You don't owe anybody anything. That's how I would end it with Jazz. Matt Walsh didn't say anything wrong. You guys, I'll see you at the next video. Bye.